Belleruche, welcome to the Boileroom. Thank you very much for coming down to play one of our nights.
Thank you.
No worries, thank you very much. Thanks for coming down. You had your single release for Northern Girls on Saturday, I think, at the Luminaire in London. Is that right?
Yeah.
How,
2 weeks ago now.
Surely it was 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Time flies.
How did that go? How did you find that night? Was it a lot of anticipation, or was it kind of just another gig?
It was good fun. We played in Cardiff the night before, so we were a bit tired. Spent all day on a Swansea.
Somewhere
else.
And that's where you got your shirt from?
That's where I got my shirt and my tie from. So I got a memento.
It's like crocheted and everything.
Vintage.
Turntable soul music. And how did that kind of defining 3 words come about?
When we started doing this, we did, and we to a degree still do everything ourselves, and we pressed our own records, and we screen printed our own sleeves in the spare room of my flat, where we also made the music on the old computer. And yeah, we used to send out, didn't really know what we're doing, so we sent out press releases with the records we'd post to people and try and flog the record shops. And we kind of think, well, what should we call? We need to kind of define it, or what we do, or somehow just describe it, and that's what we ended up with. I don't know quite who started it, which one of us, or where it came from.
You're on True Thoughts, aren't you?
Yes.
It's a label that you're on. And I noticed on your MySpace that a lot of your influences are actually artists that you kind of share the label with. How did that all come about? The putting out stuff with True Thoughts.
Like I said, we had our own label, so we made three records, and when we did the first one, we were taking them around record stores, and Ricky bumped into Rob Louis.
Record store in London, If Music I went into, and we just released our own single on our own label, so it was 5 days old. And I took it to the record store, and we were really lucky and sold a shed load to them, and I met Rob Louis in there, and he was like, "Oh, brilliant, I'm Rob Louis, I run True Thoughts." I was like, "Oh, shit." And he said, "So, you run your own record label?" I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "So how are you finding it?" I was like, "Yeah, it's going pretty well, actually." Like, it was only 5 days old, but I thought for those 5
we
days...
just sold 100 records.
Yeah, it's been pretty rocking, like, that's actually... So he was like, "Oh, yeah." And now he got in touch, like, a year and a half later, and met up.
Once he got over the shock.
Yeah.
No, it was always a plan to do 3 records, and I think you told him at that point as well that we wanted to do 3 releases on our own record label, because it's a good number and everything, but just to see where it took us and what happened, and then we found that with just doing a lot more gigs and getting booked and doing everything ourselves, it did become quite a lot of work. So we were all quite happy and really relieved that someone said, "Hey, we'll do this work for you, and you can just make music."
Being on the record label, you're quite proactive as well, because you kind of know, being on a small label, even though our label is a lot smaller, that you have to put a lot of work in yourself, so you can't just entirely rely on them, like in terms of promoting your own music and stuff like that. You just work with them, and
rather than deliver music and say, "Okay, thank you, get it everywhere if you can." So.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's kind of how they run things, really. So it's quite a small sort of operation, so everyone's involved in everything.
On the rider, someone or all of you rum drinkers, and we love rum at the Boileroom. We have we've got like 7 different rums here that we have. So I was going to ask you, what is your favourite rum? Are you kind of Morgan Spice or Mount Gay, or are you Bacardi Oro? Who's the rum drinker?
That's a good question.
We're kind of all run.
And what do you have with it?
Ice and lime.
Good. Ice and lime. Well, I have it with the ice with a bit of soda and then just a bit of Coke in the top just to sweeten it up. I know.
I like ginger beer with it.
Ginger beer should be nice.
Some dark and stormy. It's dark and stormy when you're taking it nice and easy.
So what's your favourite rum?
Mount Gay.
Mount Gay.
It's hard to choose. 7 Year Havana Club I quite like.
Yes.
But we did have some Dominican Republic 15-year-old at a gig, and that was nice too.
That was Zurich.
That was Zurich.
Yeah.
Cockspur Old Gold, which you can only get in Barbados. So I've got a Bayesian mate who came over and got married here, and his family came over. And they all got through customs with 2.5 litre plastic bottles each, and everyone just drank that at the wedding. There was about 120 people. And that was a pretty damn fine event.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for chatting to me, and I probably should let you go because I think you're due on stage
Thanks,
very
Dara.
shortly. Thank you.
Thank you.